Pose for the cam because me and my bestie are about to fuck it up. Eyes on us, like click, click. Welcome to another episode of the Inner Circle podcast, y'all.
You're crazy.
Um, Usually we will say, "How are you?" We will catch up, but we literally was just with each other. Um, we didn't let you guys in because sometimes we like to surprise that we took our trip to New Orleans this past week, and sometimes we announce, and sometimes we got to keep it on the down low. Hi, R. Kelly.
Oh,
Just because sometimes we got to keep things on the hush hush. But nonetheless, we are back from New Orleans. We have a great show for you guys, so definitely we have so much to talk about. But let's get into it. Let's get into we just literally returned back from a great, I can't say it enough, great, amazing trip. I really, really loved this trip.
yeah, I had a blast. I thought New Orleans can be, for many people, like a lot, very rowdy, very like sinny, like very sinny is not even a word. It could be very sinful, just like Vegas, but it's a little bit more low down, more ratchet, I guess. I think that we had a good balance. I tried to not have it as much as you did, but I still had a blast. I'm glad that I was able to enjoy my time because this is my second time going. The first time I went was, I think, 2 years ago for work, and that obviously wasn't fun at all. But going this time around, and I was able to explore and actually like step out of the quarter was amazing.
Yeah, this was our first. I've been to New Orleans, like you mentioned. You went. This is your second
Many
time.
damn times.
This definitely. I've been to New Orleans over a handful of times. Two handful of
In
times.
fact, Charlie has gone to New Orleans with every partner he's had.
um,
And fun fact,
and you seen it firsthand. You heard it from them too.
I was reached out to by said partners to reminisce and tell me that they've gone to New Orleans with Exhibit A over here. So
Did
I
I
don't,
lie?
I don't feel special, which is fine. I don't
No, you don't feel special.
I don't feel special because I feel like I'm all the way in the bottom of the totem pole. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that I was able to have a redemption arc, so to speak, with New Orleans, and we went together because, yeah, it was cool.
No, yeah, New Orleans. Again, I've spoken about New Orleans so much before, from the food to just the
The food
feel,
is
the vibes, the jazz music, and the streets just makes you happy. New Orleans is a place that truly makes me happy. As low down as it could be, and too much. If you've been to New Orleans, if you know, you know. Yeah, even with that aside, it just makes me. I love New Orleans. It just does something to my spirit. It makes me happy. It's really one of my favorite places. It really still is. And this weekend happened to be the Red Dress Run, which is a charity. Actually, there's a history behind it that started a few years ago. Um, you're supposed to donate basically, and it goes to a charity. Now, let's talk about. I don't know if
fresh
you've been
out.
seeing, if you've been seeing Melanie, that this kind of controversy because a lot of people obviously showed up, as you've seen, thousands and thousands of people in droves came into New Orleans. I feel like I've seen a lot of DC, Atlanta,
Yeah,
New York there. But there's
Philadelphia.
controversy because people are saying that a lot of people are going, and yes, they're putting on the red dresses, but not contributing to the charity that basically,
Yeah.
the red dress, the inception of the red dress. What's your thoughts on that? Because I have my thoughts.
Well, I kind of noticed because before we even talk about that, we have to talk about like what's the history of it. Basically, it's one of the the tradition started in 1987. Oh, when my sister was born in San Diego, and it's associated with Hash House Harriers lore, like Hash House Harriers, which is an international network of non-competitive running clubs. They're known for combining running camaraderie and humor. So like instead of you running a marathon, Hash House Harriers basically does like a walk where you could strut your stuff. And the whole red dress lore came about from a woman who unexpectedly was invited to run, and she arrived with a red dress because she had somewhere to go. Like she previously went somewhere and she didn't have time to change. So in solidarity for her, everyone decides to wear a red dress regardless of the gender. I thought it was a cool concept. I'm not one to be, I ain't gonna lie, girl. I wasn't very keen on being in a hot, muggy, sweaty street with a bunch of drunks walking and strutting their stuff in red dresses. It was nice to observe and people watch for a millisecond. But I did notice that a lot of people, while we were like asking them questions about the history or why they decided to wear what they're wearing, a lot of people didn't talk about the charity or like the organization behind the whole um, event. And it's kind of messed up in a sense because it's like something that's like ageless. Like you see young people to older people, people of all walks of life, color,
Yeah.
gender,
White,
whatever.
black, white, thing.
However, you can tell that it's a little bit on the younger side now, and like all those young people, I don't want to lump them all into one, you know, group, but you could tell that they weren't there for like the charity aspect of it, which is kind of sad.
It's
So
evolved. It's like how Pride has evolved. When Pride started in New York, as we know the history and the Stonewall riots and how that it's an evolution. To me, I look at it as it's an evolution. Things start a certain way because of certain causes, but with time, like everything, like us as people, things evolve and expand. And I understand the whole charity thing, and I see the posts and such. However, I also do feel maybe everyone in a red dress is not contributing to this charity, yet we are contributing to tourism. We're contributing to those bars, the restaurants, tourism in New Orleans. So it's a get. I see both sides, and it's a give and take. Also, I feel this has evolved as community now as well, and Black urban pride in New Orleans, where before it's evolved into that. Because I don't know if you remember when we were down there, but people were saying it was also Black urban pride. So it's just I look at it as it's evolved. I get the whole charity thing and there's an exception of it, and not losing the root of why it started.
mhm,
However, I still think it brings again community, money towards tourism
inclusivity.
and such. Yeah, and exclusivity, because I expected to just see like the brown, the melanin. But I was shocked
I
to
actually was the complete opposite. When I looked up videos, I saw videos of just like white people running down and like white men dressing in dresses and stuff. Well, that's cool and everything. Like I'm not focused more so on like the gender. I think it's great that it's become such a big thing and something to celebrate. And for hospitality reasons, like that's awesome. I do agree that they are benefiting from hospitality in that sense. I do feel that like if they're gonna have the red dress run, especially in New Orleans, I didn't see any signage. I didn't see any advertising. I didn't see anything like sponsor wise. So that's probably why people weren't really like people know about it, but people don't really know about the
yeah.
background of it.
Mhm. Listen, we had a time. We ate those clams
It's
that we had the
so
first
good.
day. What was the clams called?
Mambo's broiled
Road. Yeah,
oyster.
it's not clam casinos, y'all. This is on a whole level of clam casinos. The food down there is just one of my favorites. I can't say it enough. We did a steamboat ride, which reminded me of the old. Remember Mickey Mouse, the old Mickey Mouse
It's
cartoons?
not. I keep calling it a steamboat. It's not a steamboat ride. It's a paddle boat.
Oh, so that one's a paddle boat. Well, anyways, it still reminded me. Remember the Mickey Mouse old cartoons where he was on those
Yes,
boats?
I remember.
It
I
really,
highly recommend if you're going to New Orleans to do a steamboat ride because that was really fun. We
mhm.
also did the brunch and we did the drinks, and it was great. The hospitality was amazing. People were great. And also do the early morning one, the 11 a.m. one, because it's not packed with a bunch of people.
I like the morning one. I think that's the first time I did a brunch one. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if I did a brunch one before, but I believe that's the first time I did a morning one because the ones I've usually done is evening for the sunset, which
yeah,
that could be cute too. That could be
yeah,
cute too. Dinner and then the sunset. So it depends your vibe and stuff. But we went to Frenchman Street. I wanted to take her out of the court, the Bourbon Street, because I look at Bourbon Street and the French Quarter, that little area, as kind of like our Times Square.
yeah,
Um, okay, Times Square. Okay, what else is going on? So
exactly.
I wanted to make sure we took a trolley. We went all the way. We on St. Charles. We went all the way down to the Garden District.
That was
I
awesome.
I like,
Magazine Street,
huh?
Magazine Street.
Magazine Street, Frenchman Street. We had a good time. Then we did the tourist stuff. Also, we had to do the Cafe du Monde. But I loved it. It was I can't say it enough. It was perfectly balanced because I had my fun. I went out, I did my things and stuff, but yet we did our activities and we
Yeah,
sightseed. We did things, and also I didn't feel hungover and tired because it was a perfect balance. This is moving forward. That's what I want more of my trips, a perfect
mhm,
balance. Sometimes trips could be go 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 party party party, and then you feel like shit and you feel like
yeah. We
okay,
also got to lay out, which is a staple when it comes to like traveling. So we
yeah.
got some like sun time, and then I decided to venture off and like get a ticket to go to the National Museum of World War II, which was awesome. And I like spent 2 hours in there. It was I could have spent the whole day there if I wanted to, but it was very interactive. And I'm a history buff and I love anything that has to do with American history. So being able to be there and, you know, see the exhibits, I took so much pictures. I need to actually make a reel about that. I forgot.
Yeah, as you're talking, I'm like, wait a minute, but maybe
Yeah.
listen. We have so much content. Maybe we'll do a second reel. If you're not following us on our Instagram page, make sure to follow us at the Inner Circle Podcast. We just uploaded our Where in the World series in New Orleans, so go check that out. But yeah, New Orleans was fun. Now Friday when we were flying away, we had music to listen to. A few. Well, first of all, we always have our songs of our trip, which we'll get to in a few. But one of the albums that dropped that gave us music to listen to while on our flight was Karol G. Um, her new album. I gotta see. No me arrepiento de sentir. I believe it's called. To be exact. Yeah, no me arrepiento de sentir tanto dropped on Friday. And listen, if you've been living under the rock, this album is definitely about Feid. Um,
Our ex.
her ex, who Colombian popular singer. For those who don't know, this album is definitely about Feid. I was surprised by some of the collabs. The Drake, although I'm not surprised with that one because he dropped her in one of his three new albums that came out not too long ago. So
Mm.
my most surprising collab that she had was with Bruno Mars. However, that to me is the weakest song. I just don't think she sounds that good on that type of stylistic song. Bruno Mars, obviously, that's his genre and his type of song. I don't know if you've heard the song,
I haven't heard anything yet. Like I
but
haven't.
but there's a handful of songs that I like. Maybe Te Llevas Todo, Bebiendo Lágrimas. I.e. the song with Drake and Matadora is cute. Baby Wow. A handful of songs I like. Now the thing that gagged me is that Fade that same day,
Was it the same day? Was it the
the
next day?
same day, dropped a song with Ryan Castro, um,
Oh boy.
which basically called Mentira. I gotta look it up exactly. Now, if you listen to the lyrics, I was kind of gagged when I seen that he dropped it the same day, and then the lyrics is basically a clear, oh, it's called Mentira, and it's definitely a clear response to
A
her.
clapback?
It has lyrics like Hace tiempo no te veo, tú me pediste distancia. Es, este amor fue un juego como un romance de infancia. Mami, no sé lo que nos faltó y pasó el tiempo y nada cambió. Fue el ego que a los dos nos confundió. Navegando este barco se hundió. Mentira, todo era mentira. Tú tenías tu guardado mientras yo estaba de gira. Tú que tanto me decías que nos mató la rutina, pero lo que a mí me mató es que tú eres bandida. And now, if we all know, she had a song called Bandida Entrenada in her last album. And then also her on her album says El Verano Rosa Ya Se Acabó. And if ya know, in her last album, she had a song with Feid called Verano Rosa. So I think this is all juicy and crazy. And yes, we hear the girl's perspective and we're so quick to be like, yes, let's listen to her. He did it. He was the fucked up one.
Mm.
But it's good to also listen to the man's perspective because there's his, hers, and then there's the truth.
But
So
it's giving Britney Spears every time and fucking Justin
Justin
Timberlake. What was it? Crimea River.
yeah,
I'm gonna say something, and I hope take it with a grain of salt. Any couple that decides to do a collaboration album, that is the kiss of death in a relationship. Janae Aiko and Big Sean did that. What is it, 1928 or some shit like that, or 1988 album? Love that album. That went to shit. Their relationship went to shit.
they're together though.
No, they're not. She's with Larry June.
Janae Aiko and who? Big
Janae
Sean.
Aiko and Big Sean, they're not together. They have a kid, but they're not together.
They broke up.
They've been broke up, and she actually is dating another rapper from LA.
Oh,
Who else? Rosalia and Raúl Alejandro. They came out with an album together. Obviously, that shit did not last. And now these people, come on, learn from previous history.
oh wow. You're right. I did not know Janae Aiko and Big Sean broke up.
I only know, I don't really care for Janae Aiko or Big Sean like that. I just know because she posted herself with Larry June, and he's one
Yeah, I
of those.
just seeing right now. It's crazy because his last album that he dropped, they were still together. And his last album with that song "Position" came out maybe a year and a half ago too. So from that point, I thought they were together. Then when the album dropped, because he had songs about her and she was getting his
You know,
video.
you Pisces like to spin the block.
Oh wow, yeah. So they're not together now. Wow. Oh, I did not know that. I'm kind of shocked. But yeah, so Karol G. I mean, Justin Timberlake and Britney never. Well, they worked together. He kind of
No,
like.
I'm talking about like people that collaborate in albums together, like that
Well,
have like a.
Jay Z, they're still standing strong. So good for
Well,
them.
the Carters are not going. Beyonce's not going anywhere because she's gonna want to prove everyone wrong. So she ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Now speaking of rumors about romance to pivot from breakups. Did you hear the rumors that our girl Ray is dating Michael B. Jordan? They were spotted at a Six Flags. What are your thoughts about this? Is a couple that I did not a coupling that I did not expect. Although, however, I hear that they're working on a project together. But what are your thoughts?
So I need to see the pictures because the pictures I saw that did not look like her.
Oh no, it's her. There's
Oh,
video.
yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that they're together. They said the same thing about her and Lewis Hamilton when she went to go see him race, and they're just friends. I am not sure. I would ship this in the words, as the kids would say. Would you ship a relationship? I would ship this one, but Michael B. as my Aquarius brother, he likes like for some reason he likes girls that treat him like shit. Like he goes for the ones that are unattainable to him, like that, like Lori Harvey and stuff. So hopefully, I think he would do great with Ray. I love Ray. She's mature.
Well, they are saying it's just a work project, but I do love Ray. I think she's dope, and she has been singing about where the hell her husband is. So, who knows? Maybe it'll turn into like a work project and into a relationship. We shall see. But I love Ray. I think she is a unique beauty, and when I say unique beauty, it's not your typical. I mean, not your typical beauty. There's those standards like beautiful, good-looking people that you see, and it's just like. It's you know what I mean? Like, okay, you're beautiful, but then there's unique beauty, and I feel she's one of those unique beauties. So I love Ray, and I do hope she finds her damn husband soon.
Yeah, she's like a cool mix. She's like gone from. She's British, but she's from like her family is like half Ghanaian from Ghana in Africa, and the other half I want to say Swiss. Her mom is from half Swiss, half Ghanaian, and then her father is English, like British. So she's like a swirl.
And we love a swirl, but we'll see. We shall see what pans out. But as of now, they're saying is a work projecto.
Got it.
Speaking of music, y'all, I don't know if y'all have you had a chance to listen to the Flow album. The same day that Karol G dropped her album, Flow dropped that album. Flow is a music girl group, also from overseas,
The
from
UK.
Europe.
From
And
the UK.
I recently got it like great. I recently got into them. I've heard of Flow because of you and some mutual friends of ours that listened to them. I think they started. Their inception was 2022, something like that. Again, I've heard some of their songs, but wasn't really into them like that. So they dropped Leak It. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking forward to the new album. Let me give it a chance, and I did, and it's growing on me. I like again a handful of songs, but I really liked the song, the album, and then this past weekend, because when Melanie and I travel, there seems to be always like a song or two that either we both play or that I play a lot, like that whole period of time, and that is just our fun,
That is
stupid
like
song.
it's the insider joke slash
So
the
like
theme of the trip.
yeah, like Cancun was Mickey Miga con mi piel.
Yeah. Because it was very Paulina Rubio.
Paulina Rubio. That's an example. This trip,
Oh, Puerto Rico. I think one of the years that we went was "Nasty Girl" by Karol.
yeah, I've been a nasty go with the remixes that we were creating, that my brother Ray was creating. Shout out
That
to
all flex.
and this trip was Flo's Pose. Again, go to our Instagram page. I put a stupid, funny little pose challenge thing on our page. Go check it out.
We
Um,
should have done that challenge together in New Orleans. Thanks.
no, but you also check out our reel, our Where in the World
Oh
reel,
my God, I saw that.
you see, I loved how it fit with the song with the big Frida. I really like this edit. Check
Yeah.
out our reel again. Go to our Instagram. If you're not following us on our Instagram page, you're missing out. Um, but yeah, I'm addicted to it samples pump the jam, pump it up. I'm addicted to it, and it features Juicy J. So go check it out. Did you listen to the full album? What are your thoughts? I know
I didn't
you.
listen to the full album, but I did listen to Flow Radio on Spotify, and like a couple of the songs were on there. They're cute. It's a bop. I do like Pose. Like when I first heard it in Charlie's hotel room, I was like, "What the fuck is this playing?" I thought it was like a drag queen like singing or like Amanda Lepore. But then when he told me it was Flow, I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." So it was that, and then I think I was listening a lot to Cardi B's "Aha."
Oh yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, me too.
That's my.
Because that is the theme of this summer. "Aha."
Hmm. Now moving on. I know summer. I know we don't want to talk about it, and I'm even trying not to mention it, and even all the memes popping up about X amount of days till fall, and X amount of days to daylight saving, and X amount of days to Thanksgiving and Halloween, blah blah blah. I'm trying to avoid it and not really focus on it. However, we are approaching fall season, and with fall season comes fuckboy season. And what's that other word? The season where everyone
Hobosexual.
no, well that, but there's another word for it. There was another word for it once upon a time that was popular around fall when people got together for
Cuddle season?
and I'm having a brain fart. It'll come to me, but I want to give you a man has gone viral giving a play-by-play instructions on how to move into a woman's house if you don't have your own place. So, ladies,
Ew.
and listen, not only ladies, fellas, take some notes. Gays, especially you. Because and listen up. Here is this man's play-by-play instructions on how to move into a woman's house if you don't have your own. So listen up and heed the warnings. Number one, they start by saying staying the night more often. They let it feel natural. a couple of nights, then 3 to 4 nights. Let her see that she enjoys having you around. This creates the vibe without jumping straight to the boxes and bags. Next, gradually keep small essentials there, he says. Not furniture, just light stuff. A toothbrush, a hoodie, some boxers, body wash. Let it be the things that make sense on how often you stay over. If she's cool with it, she'll either not mention it or she'll say something like, you might as well live here. Number three, make her life easier while you're there. This is how you make her want you around. Take out the trash, help with the groceries, cook sometimes, fix things, keep the place clean. Women don't mind a man being around more when he's adding comfort, not clutter. Now that may help. At least don't be a bum if you're staying at someone's house and you don't have your own. Next, pay attention to her comfort level. If she makes more space for you, gives you a drawer, leaves a key on the table, start saying ours instead of mine, then she's warming up to you being there more. Number five, the smooth criminal move in. Leave your game over there. Once it's connected to the Wi Fi, you're good. Bring a big suitcase over and say, don't worry, it's just laundry. One day she'll open her closet and realize you live there now. Six, if she has kids, no problem. Even better, buy them chips and juice from a store a couple of times before you come over to win them over. Diabolical. Once the kids start vouching for you, you in. Be expecting to give her your EBT card real soon to show her appreciation. Once your whole wardrobe is there and she doesn't say nothing about time you start receiving mail there, congratulations, my brother, on your new apartment. Woo, woo, the men's. What a different times. What are your thoughts on this list?
So I think that that is the most toxic, weird, creepy, manipulative list I've ever heard in my life. But unfortunately, there are people like that. It's not just men, it's also women too. I have seen women do that to men. So I'm not surprised. It's very love bomby, tread lightly. And I'm way too, I'm not chummy enough with a person. I can be with my partner or whatever, but like I can't see myself being with them 24/7. Like I need some space. I need a couple days to go by. I want to have the feeling of missing somebody. Yeah, that's not gonna work with me. You ain't catching me slipping.
Yeah, listen, I've learned. um, I've learned. I've never had that issue because people always wanted me to move it quick. So I'm glad that I have my own space now. Um, because you ain't gonna catch me getting suckered to move in with someone and then it's hell. With that being said, I've had people move in with me. Um, and I'm not gonna even put it on them. I'm just that type of guy. I'm a nice guy where it's like, I like quality time as well. So I don't mind them being here a lot, but there's a difference now where I'm at in life where it's like, there's a balance, and you're not going to be living with me per se. You can stay with me a few nights a week or whatever, but you're not going to be living with me. Or it depends on the person's living situation, how they're living. That'll kind of give me an inkling on how to move and how much I let you into my place. And it depends how much I like you, but yeah. I like my me time. I really do like my me time. Shit, even to talk on the phone, it's like a struggle.
One of my values and one of my core values that I follow and I need in return is a person that has their autonomy and their own space. I want you to be happy with the place and space you live. If you can't see yourself in your house, in your home, hanging out, making the best of it, comfortable, not having this like urge to be outside all the time, not having this urge to like not be home because you're so uncomfortable you can't bring people over. That's not going to work with me because I am so comfortable in my home and I can host someone. I want to be able to be hosted as well. I
Yeah,
can't
I'm gonna
see
need. Thank you. I'm gonna
I
need.
can see myself constantly having someone coming over to my house all the time just because I like quality time and that is one of my love languages. I also enjoy having quality time with myself. And I
That too.
also enjoy someone that has quality time and loves to be in their own company or has a routine, because that over being with each other all the time, eventually the mask will fall, but it takes it longer for the mask to fall. It makes people like be in disguise more often and longer.
Yeah,
So
I need someone that has their own place. Again, unless we make that move together and that merge and union together. For the next one, I need someone to have their own place, even if they have a roommate. I'm not, listen, we live in a tough economy, and for myself, I gotta say, my certain how I live and stuff, I'm blessed. I know we live in a tough economy, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like, if the person will live by themselves, no, they ain't for me, they're not by my caliber, they don't meet my caliber. No,
but
a lot of people.
no, okay, I'm gonna I had a conversation with my youngest sister about this, and I'm gonna correct your mentality on this. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. If you are able to live by yourself, the person that you are wanting to live with should be able to live by themselves. I understand it's a tough economy, but like, why are you giving someone the benefit and saying, like, yeah, it's a tough economy, it's okay if they have a roommate? You live by yourself. So why are you bending the rules
But
for
not,
someone?
it's not bending. It's just some of us. If someone has a roommate, I don't know their money. I don't know their pocket. I don't know how they get, you know, certain things. So if I see you're working though, you have a job, but you have a roommate and it's not your own place, I'm not gonna write you off because of that. With that being said, I also most likely most of the time we're gonna be at my place if you have a roommate, but I'm gonna need for my next relationship if they have a roommate where I could go still to their house.
I can't date someone
I
with a
can't.
roommate. I
Well,
worked way too hard to live by myself, knock on wood, and like I worked way too hard to live with someone where I can't walk around in my underwear in their house. I don't want someone with a roommate.
but listen, but one thing I will say is I will no longer date someone where I can't go to their place, whether they have a roommate or live with their mama or their sister or whatever. If I can't visit your place once or pop in real quick while you're getting your bag and stuff, nah, you're not for me because that's just weird. You have a place, you have a roommate, but I can't go over. That's just a big red flag for me. So no, going forward and where I'm at in my life and boundaries and stuff, that's a big thing for me. Like, okay, you have someone and I can never go to your house. No.
Yeah, but I think that that whole narrative, that mindset, I would probably, as you're dating, you should shift it because yes, there was once upon a time that you've probably had a roommate, but you're not in that space anymore, and you've gotten older, you have evolved financially, mentally, spiritually, peacefully. So it makes no sense for you to try to be with someone that isn't going to meet you halfway. Yes, financially, you may not know what the person is doing, but also you should know. Why would you involve yourself with someone who is not financially meeting you halfway?
I mean, but that goes with the dating initially. Like you got to see if someone is
Well,
financially.
when you're initially dating, you guys are not hanging out in each other's houses right away. You guys
No,
have to
not at
like
all. But that gives and the initial dating gives me a hint of financial where you at. Because if I'm always paying for the date and I'm always shelling out, or everywhere where we go, you can't even catch at least do an Uber, whatever, or me see you attempt to do something.
I don't think
Why
financial has anything to do with it because I can tell you that I know and have heard of people who have great jobs, who make great money and don't live by themselves or have roommates or like not
listen,
don't strive to have their own place. So that doesn't, financially speaking, that's not an
that's
that's not
skew
a necessity.
priorities, basically. That's skew
Yes,
priorities.
that's true, but it's also like financially, just because a person may not make enough, or like they could be a hustler and they actually have their own place. And then there's people that make a lots of money and they're like spending it on materialistic things instead of actually investing it in a home.
Versace underwears, stuff. Listen,
Oh, damn. Now you're calling shit out. That's crazy.
I just mentioned one thing. Like I could go down a list. I honestly have had these thoughts, and that's I don't want to get in trouble now with the gays, but I feel like I was thinking this because I was listening to a podcast that said, why do black people care so much about their fashions and the labels, right? And it had me thinking because I see it now more, and especially in the urban clubs, but in the gay community, it's true. Like we do really care of the fashions.
Looks and stuff, yeah.
With that being said, in that same thought, I'm like all those motherfuckers at the club who are cute, good looking, good style, the Balenciagas, the this, the that. Let's be real. They don't have a whole own place of their own to shit. They either have roommates, they live with their mommy and daddy, or they're hussy and no. And I'm not knocking no one who's an escort or a hussy. Do your thing, but that's how they live.
But it's not just. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my friends watching, Odelia and Rob. Hi guys. My thing is, it's not just a gay thing. It's more so like a people thing. Like, if you're dating in this world and like you're getting to know someone and like you meet someone at a bar or a club and you guys hit it up and someone wants to go like over to your house, you can't because you have like a bunch of roommates or you have your parents there, your family. That's shit that we experienced when we were in our 20s. I could understand that in our 20s, but like we're pushing 40. Come on now. Like that makes no sense. So you clearly don't have your priorities in check, in line. If you're thinking about apariencias instead of thinking about like, let me invest into an apartment or let me invest into property or not even invest. Let me just have my own fucking space.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy to me. Mm-hmm. And also like I grew up seeing how my parents operated very, very non-traditionally. My mom had her own place and my dad had his own place. And yes, for the majority of my life, they lived separately and were married. But we also at one time lived together and my mom made sure to have her own space at all times. Yeah. So that's how I'm going to be too.
Yeah. With me, I'm different. Like eventually I could date, but eventually I have to live with a person. Although I've seen that a lot. I've growing up, I've heard about grandma and grandpa, they sleep in their thing because grandpa snores too loud or grandma doesn't like I've heard it. I've heard this as a young. I've heard that 2 people being in the same roof and sleeping. I don't mind that. However, I just don't see like 2 separate houses. Like the person.
I mean, if they're not that far from each other. Walking distance is fine. I'm so lucky. I can say that my honey lives not that far away. So if I feel like sleeping in my own bed, I can gladly do that. Not everyone has the luxury to do that, and that's fine. But I mean, yeah, I like my own space.
Yeah, no, so do I.
I also want someone to strive. Don't get me wrong. Like when I enjoy having the company of someone sleeping over or vice versa. But I want someone to enjoy their space as much as I enjoy mine. Because what you look like always being a relambio under my skirt. That's weird.
Yeah. Well, this was an interesting thing, and I'm like, we have to talk about it because we have to give our circle friends the warning. So, yeah, if you see any of these things on the list or see any of those behaviors, run, Forrest, run. Did you see on Neighborhood Talk, I believe, this post of this guy? He was out for his birthday, right? And he was basically saying how he keeps a whole motherfucking record, let's put it like that, of people who wish him a happy birthday, right? Now, I thought of us when I seen this. I'm like, okay, so Melanie and myself are not the only people that have this kind of mindset. However, I'm not like this. He was a little extreme. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it, but like I don't like where this is going, but continue.
He has a list of people who wish him happy birthday, right? Because he says in this story, in this video, it's about matching energy, reciprocity. However, he has a tab of who wished him a happy birthday through text, who called him, who wished him a happy birthday through DMs, through comment. Now that's a little far. But I do agree. Like, I agree about birthdays and matching energy. Like, I'm not going to be going out my way to write you or post you or put something great or celebrate you when it's not being done the same way to me. And that, as you know, that for me changed big time this year. Again, hitting a certain age and with all the celestial things going on and changes, I'm changing. And for me, it's energy. And I've never been, let me make this very clear real quick. I've never been someone where it's like I'm sitting down my birthday expecting gifts because one, I'm always away traveling. That's one. Two, what I want, I could buy for myself. I could do all that by myself. Ask her. She gets upset at me, and people have gotten upset at me because I be buying myself shit, and then they don't know what to get me for my birthday or Christmas. So I could get what I want.
No, I get mad when you tell everyone the same shit, like the same list of things, and then you get the rotation of people getting you the same thing because we didn't communicate.
That too. But that goes to show too. Like I could sit there and be like, well, let me get this person all this and this person. But no, I'm not like that. However, I'm also not, I've stopped and I'm not also going to be gifting or sending or PayPal, whatever, the way I used to if it's not done to me.
Yeah.
Again, I don't expect, but also I've stopped doing certain things as well. I believe in that. I believe in matching energy. I believe in pouring to the people that pour into you. What are your thoughts on that, young man?
Yeah, I think that that's a little bit extreme. I am of the mindset that you can't stress over things you can't control. If you're gonna stress out and be upset because Susie Cream Cheese and Johnny Appleseed didn't text you happy birthday, that just goes to show. No, don't make that face because I'm not done with my comment. That just goes to show that those people don't have an interest in like checking in on you, and that is fine. I understand that in life things happen. There could be people going through internal things medically, emotionally in your birthday or around that time where they skip it. However, I know that there are some people that are spiteful and don't say happy birthday because they keep tabs of people who haven't said it. I have been guilty of not saying happy birthday to people, forgetting, and then people, I guess, remember and don't do it to me. So with that, I wash my hands. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to say it to you because that makes no sense. Now, there have been times where I'm like, I'm not going to go out of my way and post someone or make a big deal and a hurrah. So I will send a happy birthday comment under your picture. Do I feel like I should be informal and send you a whole text and tell you how much I love and appreciate our friendship, miss you, want to see you for drinks, blah, blah, blah? No, because at the end of the day, it's better to say, oh, happy birthday in your head or out loud than not wish a happy birthday to someone at all.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents. But have I been like, fuck this person, I'm not going to say happy birthday to them because they don't deserve it? Very far and few in between people do I do that to because I don't really like to associate with people I don't wish like good for.
That makes sense too. It's true. With me, that's
Just know if I send you a happy birthday message, that means I care about you enough to say it. If I don't, it must have slipped my mind. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you truly forget. Sometimes I go on Facebook. Remember, Facebook tells you people's thing, but Facebook.
Yeah, I don't have Facebook anymore. I deactivated it.
Facebook used to tell you in a different way the layout back in the day of people's birthdays. So when you used to go on, it used to be like right on the right hand corner, right there. Now you got to click a tab and see like people's things. So
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's changed. It's changed. So
you remember the person that like I forgot to say happy birthday to?
Yes, don't even say no more. I know exactly.
And they ripped me a new one. I will forever have their birthday cemented in my brain.
I said happy birthday to that person the last 2 years because of what you told me.
The fact that I have to say it out of fear because I was basically, and I, honest to God, I feel like I forgot to say happy birthday to this person. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, of course. You didn't before you ordered the first 2 words. I already knew where you began your sentence.
The fact that I have to say happy birthday and I have that in my mind, it's like I'm only saying it now because of the way you made me feel, not because I genuinely wish you happy birthday.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Nonetheless, I speak to people a happy birthday to people I love. It's just for me, because I could be a giver and do too much sometimes. For me, I'm just changing that. For me,
Yeah.
for my own mental health, I'm changing it because I don't want to be upset of feeling like, damn, I do for this like this is how I show up, and this is how they're not showing up for me, and I don't to avoid all that for myself. That's why I'm moving different, so it doesn't affect me.
Well, yeah, expectations lead to disappointments, and you're always going to be disappointed when you expect someone to do something and they don't end up doing it. That's why I'm just like, someone's birthday just passed recently, really recently, super recently. And I was like, oh, should I post them and say happy birthday like that? Or should I just text them and say happy birthday? What would be more genuine? And I just texted them and said, happy birthday, love you, hope you have a great time.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you don't post me when it's my birthday, so that's why I just decided to. But I got love for you, and that's why I texted you and said happy birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting conversation. When I seen a post, I was like, this is interesting now. Well,
Yeah.
it is time now, that time of the show to say goodbye. But first, not before our note, not today. So I'll let you start it off.
My nope not today goes to the social media content creator Drew Afuelu, who's a man hater and always has stupid shit to say. She had the audacity to say that trans women are better than natural women because they're more soft and feminine in their own being than natural women. I think that's crazy to say that considering the climate that we're in with women getting their rights taken away and the shit that we have to deal with giving birth, always having to break the glass ceiling. That's fucking wild coming from a woman. So I don't got time for her and I blocked her ass. Not today.
My note, not today, and it may sound selfish on my part. It's that I have less than 30 days before I get back to work, 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 work.
That is a blessing. You have something to look forward to.
My days are dwindling, and yes, I do have days to look forward to, but it's just nope, not today. To the sad reality that summer is just
It's coming to a close.
It's coming to a close soon, y'all. It's coming to a close soon, but
Okay, wait. I have one more not today that I think that you need to like mention that we discussed this ad nauseum.
Yeah, what is it? Yes, because I do remember us discussing something this week.
Our nope not today from this weekend is everyone who had a negative comment or a backhanded comment about us traveling.
I knew it. I was forgetting.
Listen, if I'm telling you that I'm going somewhere and I'm going to travel, whether it's someone super hot, muggy, you don't like the weather because you don't like to sweat. I don't like to sweat, but guess what? That's my fucking problem. Don't try to dull my shine. In the words of Weston, do not yuck my yum. Just enjoy, and in your mind you could be like, damn, couldn't be me. I couldn't be in this hot weather. I couldn't be in New Orleans with all the drunk people and the rowdiness. But at the end of the day, let me have my fun. I work hard. Shut the fuck up.
I have to bring out my fan and put my church hand up because this was a praise. Yes, we did discuss this. Nope, not today, y'all. Yeah, this is a triple nope, not today. Yeah, we definitely discussed this. I can't stand that shit. Y'all do that a lot. Y'all do that to me. When I travel, oh, well, it's going to rain so much that weekend. Oh, well, it's going to be so hot. Oh, well, it's so expensive. Oh, well, didn't they put a travel ban? Shut the fuck up and live life. Nope, not today. But with that being said, we love you guys, Circle Friends. We appreciate you guys, the support. Everyone at the Red Dress Run in New Orleans, shout out to everyone who stopped and gave us a chance to interview them. Thank you for our new followers. Each and every one of you, brick by brick, we're building those numbers. And I really appreciate all the new followers we have on our Instagram. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys and see you guys next week.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle Podcast. You catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.